Hey guys, I'm back, and this time in the video I have been planning for quite some time, as you can probably tell from the title. It is my best of autumn lip picks. Lots of brands have very kindly contributed to this. I've been searching things out on my own. I've been looking for kind of affordable brands, so that if you want to try the dark lip trend, or you want to try like a lip colour that's out of your comfort zone or something, anything like that, you know, it's this kind of proof that you do not have to go to MAC. You don't have to spend £20 on a lipstick. You can get them for really affordable prices, and if it's something that once you get it home you don't want to wear again after the first couple of times, you're not going to break the bank. First of all, I will start with the one I'm wearing. I've gone for kind of something kind of light, but as you can tell it's definitely on the more kind of mauvey berry side for this time of year. Now I'll do it kind of based in brands because it's easier. This particular colour is from the company Minors, and it looks like this. And this one is called Cinnamon. I love the packaging for these. I hadn't actually seen these lipsticks before. They are beautiful, very, very affordable. I really like this brand now that I've tried their lipsticks. And I have two of them. The other one that I have is called Vogue, which is this beautiful bright kind of cherry red. And it looks like that. Beautiful if you are not really kind of into really dark lipsticks for fall. This one's a really nice bet if you're kind of, you want to do something a little bit darker but not too dark. So that is Cinnamon by Minors. The other one I have from Minors is, as I said, Vogue, which looks like this. If you're looking for kind of like a nice evening red, or if you like wearing red during the day, this is a good one. And as I said, because they're affordable, you know, if you don't want to wear it again, or something that you just kind of wanted to try, it's not too much of a tragedy if you don't really like it. So that's Vogue from Minors. The other two things I have from Minors are, these are lovely. I have tried one of these before. I think it was like a pink colour. These are kind of obviously the more autumny shades. So I have the red one, the lighter red one is warm red here, and the darker one is deep red. So they look like this. The idea of these is that they go on kind of creamy and they dry down to a matte finish, and these babies, they do not go anywhere. So let me just swatch deep red for you. Beautiful shade. It's like this. They smell like toffee as well. So that's deep red. Kind of like a red velvet shade. And then the next one is the warm red, which is more on the traditional kind of red side. Really, really lovely. These wear really nicely, as I said, as well. So that's warm red from Minors underneath. And those are the matte factors, those two I just swatched there. One I've forgotten from Minors, which is the Luxe Lips Creme Gloss in Beauty Queen. It looks like this. And I think if you are not into your dark lipsticks, but you would like to try kind of a darker lip gloss, this one is absolutely phenomenal. I think these are new, actually. Yeah, it says it on it. It's just there at the top. So that is Minors Luxe Lips in Beauty Queen. Gorgeous. Doesn't bleed either. I was really quite astounded. So that's Beauty Queen up the top. On to some even more affordable lip products for the fall. I've never tried anything from Essence before, would you believe? Now Essence you can buy in Wilkinson stores, you can also buy them online, so I'll leave a link to where you can get them from Wilco's down below. I had never really looked into Essence at all, and their products are so unbelievably cheap for the price, but for the quality you get, I was blown away. So first of all, I'll start with the lipsticks, because I did do, on my Instagram, I did like a kind of a ombre lip using a couple of these products. They're just beautiful. The one I used, they look like this. The little Essence logo on the top. This one is on the Catwalk 04. And this is the one I used first. I love the emblem on the bullet of the lipstick. I think that is really classy. These are about £2, I think I'm right in saying. They could be a little bit cheaper than that. So that's on the Catwalk there. And then the other one I have from Essence is Dare to Wear, which is more on the side of kind of like a dark red. It's coming a little bit brighter than it actually is. That's that one underneath. It's a little bit darker than that in person. So those two are by Essence. These are very exciting. One of their XXXL long-lasting lip glosses in the matte effect look like this, and this is in the shade Silky Red. And what does it say about these? Long-lasting silky lip cream for a soft matte finish. So I think these are really interesting because they're like a gloss, but they're not. It's kind of cool. So this is the one. Oh, what does that smell? Toffee, I believe. Is it toffee? Something like that. Really beautiful. If you're looking for a wow factor for a nighttime lip, that would be it. And so cheap, so unbelievably cheap. Their lip liners are even cheaper and they're fabulous. I'm not really a big lip liner person, but when I got these I thought, my god, this is so good for the price. So the first lip liner I have from Essence is 08 Red Blush, and they look like this. Really lovely quality. So I'll swatch that just above where I swatched the matte effect one. So that is Red Blush up the top there. And you know, lip liners are other things that are really expensive and that brands make a killing on, because you know, it's like you can get so many different shades and so many different colours, but it doesn't mean that you're going to use them all the time. So if you want like a reasonably priced one, try Essence. And the next one, which I used in my picture on Instagram, is 05 Soft Berry, and I used that with on Catwalk, which is the one. I'll swatch it next to it actually, just to show you. They go really well together and it kind of creates this really nice ombre effect. So that is Soft Berry lip liner next to the lipstick I used. They go really well together. Keeping with the affordable end of the lip spectrum, W7. I don't know whether you guys have heard of W7, they're quite popular. They have an endless array of lip products, shades, formulas, glosses, lipsticks, and their newest kind of range are the Butterkiss lipsticks, and they look like this. And I think they're kind of modelled on the NYX ones. I wouldn't know because I haven't tried the NYX ones, but these are, I think these are about £3–4. They might not even be that much. I'll link everything down below anyway. So I have a couple of the shades to share with you from the Butterkiss line in case you were interested in them. The first one is Bordeaux. They look like this. I do like the packaging. It's kind of like the old-fashioned kind of 90s chapstick type style. So this one is Bordeaux. This is the deep red. Just there. Really creamy, very opaque. They don't bleed either, and they don't come off on absolutely everything. So for a reasonably priced lipstick, I really don't think you can go wrong with the W7 Butterkiss. They're gorgeous. The one that I've been wearing a lot is this one, and this is Very Berry. As you can see, substantially lighter than the other one, but this one is just beautiful. You don't need lip liners with these either, so if you're not a lip liner person like I'm not, then these would be really good for you. And then the next one I have for the Butterkiss line is, let me see, Red Light, which I haven't actually worn. This is kind of a little bit brighter, so if you're not really into very dark kind of berry pinky shades, this would be a nice one, I think. It's, wow, it's coming up neon on camera, it's not neon. So this is Red Light. But actually it kind of swatches quite sheerer than I imagined, so you could wear that for this time of year. I think, well, you can wear whatever you like, but you could definitely kind of incorporate it into like a kind of a pinky autumny tone. So that's Red Light there. So that's the Butterkiss lipsticks from W7. I think they're really beautiful. And then the last product I have from W7 is the Full-Time Lip Colour in the shade Wicked. Now these are really cool. These are very much like the, I believe it was Max Factor were the first people, I believe, that came out with something like this, where you put like the kind of matte, kind of satin slash matte colour on first, let it dry, and then you put this gloss over the top of it. And these, oh my goodness, these do not go anywhere. I don't know how I did it. Just quick kind of like story about these and how long they last. I actually managed to drop the coloured end in my lap at some point while I was putting it on, and I didn't notice. I don't know how I managed to do that. Didn't notice, and it actually seeped all the way through my black leggings, all the way onto my skin, and I could not get rid of it. I couldn't get it off my skin, I couldn't get it off my leggings. It's, yeah, they were just kind of ruined, really. So, word of warning, be careful with these, but if you want something that doesn't budge and doesn't smear and doesn't come off on anything, I'd recommend these. I think they're about £4, £4.95, something like that, but if you're really looking for a long-lasting lip colour, this is it. Now I have to be very careful with this because I don't want a repeat of the other day. I don't know how I did it. There we go. Moral of the story, watch what you're doing when you're putting on dark colours. So this is Wicked. Very, very appropriate for this time of year. if it will focus. So I do like these. I'm not usually a fan of the ones you put gloss on top of, but yeah, I mean, these just do not go anywhere. They don't budge, and as I said, the gloss is a really nice gloss. Another brand I have done a feature on a few months back now. I featured some of their eye products. Envy Colours. They do some really lovely things. I use their eyeshadows, their eyeliners, but as this is a lip feature, this is what we're going to be talking about. So I have three. I have two of their chunky lip crayons and one of their lipsticks. And let me start with the chunky lip crayons because I love these. This one, as you can see, and the proof is in how far down the lip crayon has gone, this one is my favourite. This one is in the shade Mocha. And it's just perfect. It's a perfect kind of rosy, dark rosy nude. I've used it a lot. As you can see, it's beautiful. It looks a little bit darker when it goes on the lips, but it's so, so pretty. So this is Mocha. And if you are looking, just as a, you know, tangent, if you are looking for a dupe for the Urban Decay Naked Gloss Stick, the super saturated glossy lip colours. If you're looking for a dupe for Naked, this is it. So this is Mocha by Envy Colours. Envy Colours? Yeah. So that is Mocha. I mean, these are just beautiful. So you don't have to go all out dark if you want a little bit of something different for the fall. This is just stunning. An absolute dead on dupe for the Naked by Okay, the next one that I just adore is, let me see, Spice Plum. So you're really getting into your dark territory now. These are really proper fall colours. So this is Spice Plum. These wear really nicely. I keep saying it, but they do. I mean, these you know, for like £5, under £5, these lip products knock them out of the park based on some of the more higher end alternatives I have. And as I said, you know, if you're not into your dark colours but you want to try something different, these are fab. So this is Spice Plum, just under there. They're shiny but they're not sparkly, they're glossy but they're not like slick, just beautiful. I love that one. Reminds me a little bit of Rebel from MAC from what I've seen, and you can layer it and make it a little bit darker. So that's Spice Plum. And then the lipstick I have from them is in Fever. Now this is quite popular with them because it is the darkest lipstick they do. I love their lipstick packaging. It's like the Burberry lip mists. It's magnetic, fabulous. So this is Fever. Oh, this is so pretty. So, so pretty. So let me just swatch this for you. I'm running out of hands. It's ridiculous. So this is Fever. And you just don't need a lot of these. Surprisingly enough, considering how affordable they are, you don't need a lot to get a nice coverage. So that's Fever. And that's from the lipstick range. For ones that are kind of more readily available, that you can get in places like Boots and Superdrug, I just had to go with Revlon, right? You know, you just have to. They're really knocking it out of the park recently. And these are the Revlon Colour Stay Moisture Stains. I featured a couple of these before. I featured Rio Rush, I believe, and Miami Fever. I love Miami Fever. You can see them behind me. Where are they? Just here. And these are the darker shades that they do. I think they are the darkest shades that they do from this range. So, let me see. The one I wore the other day was Parisian Passion 005, and it looks like this. Absolutely beautiful colour. Beautiful. I love these because they're glossy, but they do leave a stain, they do cling to the lips, but they're not tacky in any way. I love them. I think they're a fabulous formulation. They're quite reasonably priced for what they are, and I think they're an interesting concept. I really like them. And their darker shades I don't think get enough love, so because they do a huge spectrum of really bright shades and kind of middle of the road shades, but I like their dark shades, they're gorgeous. So I like the applicator. This is Parisian Passion. I'll just swatch this here. Very glossy, very opaque. But one thing I will say with these, don't apply them over the top of a lip balm or anything because your lips need to be completely dry, otherwise they won't stick. So that is Parisian Passion just there. The next one I have is 055 Stockholm Chic, which is, let me just swatch them side by side. Oh, this is pretty. This has got gold glitter in it. So this is Stockholm Chic. Beautiful shade. Let's see. I haven't worn this one yet, so this should be interesting. I have not worn this one. Like this. I think this is obviously a little bit lighter and more on the, oh, beautiful. This is kind of like a, I remember swatching this one. I must have done, but I don't remember. This is kind of on the kind of brick side. So that is Stockholm Chic there. Oh, that's pretty. I like that one. And that's just there. Kind of like a nice reddish brick colour. Beautiful. And then the last one from the Revlon Colour Stay Moisture Stain range that I have from the darker colours, perfect for fall. This one is New York Scene. I love these, they're just gorgeous. Let's look at this. And this is more of your kind of typical, well, more of your kind of typical kind of dark apple red. It's just, God, it's gorgeous. So that is New York Scene, just here. Oh, I love the texture of these, I really, really do. Gorgeous. So if you want something with a wow factor but it's glossy, I definitely recommend these from Revlon. They're beautiful. Onto a really beautiful wintry fall red. I know a lot of people are kind of scared of red lipstick, but I think this one is kind of universally friendly. This is by a company called Glow and Ray. I have featured their products in an exclusive kind of full tutorial. So I will link that down below if you're interested. They're really lovely products. They are a British brand, which is fantastic. So this one is in the colour, or in the shade I should say, Seduce. And it's one of their best sellers, and it looks like this. I mean, it's just, oh, it's just beautiful. If you really want to try like a dark red, I suggest this. This is actually, it has a little bit of shimmer running through it. They also do cream formulas, but this is kind of like their creamy, shimmery range. Beautiful shade. If I just swatch this for you, to move on to the other hand, because this one is full, you can see what I'm talking about. It is, oh, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So that is Seduce by Glow and Ray. Gorgeous, beautifully opaque. These lipsticks as well, I have a few of them, they last such a long time. Now on to the kind of final products. These can all be purchased from Marks & Spencer, which I love because most people have access to a Marks & Spencer. You don't have to order them online if you don't want to, but if you do want to, then you can. The first one, because this one stands alone, is by a company called Lola. And this is part of their It Girl range, and this one in particular is in the shade Vamp. These are made in Italy as well, which I'm always really impressed by Italian cosmetics. It's just so, it's very classy. And this is what Vamp looks like. I think this is going to be a go-to for me. It is stunning. It's like a kind of a heathery purple. It's beautiful. So this is Vamp by Lola. The next one, these are kind of the more autumny shades. The next one is Rosewood, which looks like this. So if you're looking for something a little bit darker but not too dark, this one would be a good bet, I think. So let me just swatch this for you. It's difficult, guys, because I'm left-handed, and I'm now finding out I'm doing this. I can't do anything with my right hand. I'm useless. Anyway, that's why it's taking me so long. So this one is Rosewood here. A little bit darker, a little bit more on the kind of bitten side. If you don't want to go full-on Vamp like the one next to it, definitely go for the Autograph Rosewood. It's not too red, it's not too dark, but it's definitely a change. That is Rosewood. And then the last one from this particular Matte Velvets collection is this one, and this one is in Wine. And it looks like this. And this is definitely something that if you were into your darker colours, you will love. I cannot stress enough how much I like these. They're beautiful. I was blown away. I didn't expect to like them as much as I do, but they're stunning. And this is Wine. Oh, beautiful. So that's that one there. So that's it, guys. I got there in the end. Look at me. How am I going to take all these swatches off? I just don't even know. I'm going to end up in a huge mess. But those are my autumn lip picks. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was helpful. I'll leave a list to everything. I will do it. It's going to be a task. I'll do it to everything I mentioned down below and the prices. So I hope you enjoyed that. And yes, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.